Hey everybody, John DeYoung, and today the question is fruit good or bad for you, or is sugar just sugar? Which means we got to pretty much watch almost everything we eat that has sugar in it, okay? Because everything that we do eat, all those nutrients are there to produce energy in our bodies. This energy is called ATP, but there is a cost to producing energy. You have to expend energy because some of the energy is used to digest and metabolize the food you just ate. So what happens is when you eat fructose, not fructose, fructose, and it reaches your liver, the metabolic process is aimed at dropping energy, or ATP, but not if the fructose concentration is very low. Then there probably won't be that much energy depletion at all. But if there's a lot of fructose present, ATP depletion will be quite severe. So the degree of energy depletion varies on the concentration of the fructose and how rapidly it's absorbed. So for example, if you drink a soft drink, a sugary soft drink on an empty stomach, that fructose can get absorbed very quickly, and the concentration will be much higher when it hits the liver and gets metabolized. So when the fructose gets to the liver, a reaction called phosphorylation occurs and causes a drop in energy, or ATP. And then uric acid is a byproduct of that that's created. And now uric acid inhibits the process called beta oxidation. But the important thing to know is that when we eat food, it's blocking this process by which we break down fatty acids and make energy. So this then further stimulates, believe it or not, stress. We're going to call it oxidative stress to the mitochondria. Now, healthy mitochondria are so important because the mitochondria is where the process of respiration and energy production occurs in all cells. So if you want to live long and healthy, you better have some healthy mitochondria. Now, it's a different video on a different day. So anyway, back to this metabolism. So the reason for this amazing system of metabolizing fructose in our bodies, and all animals as well have the same process, it was there to prevent us from starving to death at the time when food was scarce. So this metabolizing process wasn't telling your body to stop eating. It's not signaling that you have enough energy. It's actually signaling the exact opposite. It's telling you to eat more, bring in more, you got to eat more, you got to survive. It's telling you to turn off your ability to oxidize fat, and it's turning on your ability to store and make more fat. This amazing process helped humans survive, and without it, we wouldn't be here today. But the problem is, today's market, if you want to call it that, whatever, where we live today, the amount of sugar in foods that we are eating that either provide sugar or could be turned into fructose, this pathway of metabolizing fructose that kept us alive has now become hazardous to us. And it's not just fructose we eat, but it's the body can actually make fructose. And when the body makes enough fructose, it can activate this pathway, this fructose metabolism pathway. And the favorite way for the body to make fructose is through high glucose levels. So high glucose, like in diabetes, there's an enzyme that gets turned on in a high glucose state, and that can convert glucose to sorbitol, and then sorbitol gets converted to fructose, which is insane. Now fructose sorbitol can be converted to fructose, which is funny because sorbitol, we're told, is an artificial sweetener, and people said it was fine, but it can get converted to fructose in the liver. So also when we eat carbs, we're generating glucose like bread, rice, potatoes, chips, cereals. These are high glycemic foods, which means they have a fair amount of starch that can get broken down into glucose in the liver, or in the gut, excuse me. So there is a caveat here though, and when you're young, you can eat these carbs and this bread and probably more fructose because you have, your mitochondria is super healthy, you have metabolic flexibility, they call it, and your metabolism, you metabolize food very easily. So again, the fructose is not wasted on the young. Also, just to reiterate, it's this energy depletion in this fructose metabolism, that pathway in our bodies that stimulates food intake. So part of obesity really is eating more and moving less, but it's not so much behavioral driven as it is you're activating actually a biological pathway in your body. So you got a lot of working against you. It's not telling you you're full, it's telling you to eat more, it's telling you to slow the energy levels down so you don't burn the fat, you store more fat. So if you can really get a handle on that sugar, it's going to be life-saving. So because the average American consumes 15 to 20% of their diet from sugar, and sugar is half fructose, half glucose. So that's 10 to 15% of the diet is fructose, because we get fructose from fruits and other foods as well. So what can you do to prevent activating this fructose metabolism pathway in your liver, therefore avoiding diabetes, fatty liver disease, but still enjoying, fruit and that, satisfying that sweet tooth, so that we all kind of have. Well, the key is, let's start with fruit. So as far as fruit goes, don't juice it. I want you to eat it. The fiber in fruit slows the absorption of the fructose, so the concentration of fructose when it gets to your liver is lower. So that means there's a less ATP or energy depletion. Also, whole fruit has potassium and flavonols and a substance called epicatechin. It's in a lot of fruit that actually can block some of the effects of fructose, okay? Apple juice, orange juice, those are just loaded with sugar. I mean, both of those, at least orange juice has about 2/3 the same amount of sugar that you're gonna find in a soft drink, okay? So let's eat whole fruit, okay? Really important. And low glycemic fruit like kiwis, berries, I eat that all the time. They're low on the glycemic index. You should definitely get a list of lower glycemic index fruits and vegetables, and you can go to town on those. So be sure to control your glycemic carbs as far as bread, again, like I just said, and rice, chips and stuff like that. And especially avoid dried fruit. It's super high in sugar. It could have some of the beneficial elements in it, but the sugar is just too high. You can just check that off the list. It's like candy. Okay, it's really important to do that. So anyway, key, if you're gonna do one thing to start off this, besides eating whole fruit and not juice, is lose the soda. Soft drinks are like 11% sugar, which means about 6% fructose, so 5% glucose. And that's really bad stuff, because that translates to about 110 grams of total sugar per liter. All right, soft drinks should be banned. I mean, they're just awful stuff, okay? Now, one thing to know is that the intestine acts like a shield. So you're okay for up to about 4 to 6 grams of fructose. So it'll be okay in that, but beyond that, you gotta really beware, okay? And lastly, I wanna talk about, I see a lot of sports drinks being drunk out there, especially kids watching TV, playing video games. They're not working out. And that's not what this was for. I'm gonna have a video at the end of this. I'll put at the end of this on a link or another video on my channel. I'm gonna compare a lot of different of these sports drinks. A lot of them have too much fructose because fructose makes it taste better. So you wanna find the low sugar ones with the proper sodium, potassium, magnesium content. Those are going to work as an electrolyte. So you're going to need that. And you're going to work out while drinking those, okay? I have a really good video. It's going to tell you the benefits of these sports drinks and what they're really supposed to do while you're working out, okay? Okay, so thanks for watching. That was a lot. I mean, I had to really explain that pathway. It's been there and a lot of people don't know about that. So it's not your fault that when you have sugar, your body's telling you to eat more, especially fructose. And when it gets to the liver, it's storing fat. It's not burning fat. It's asking you to have more of the bad. So it's a tough battle, okay? If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And subscribe if you haven't. And good luck with this. It's going to be a battle, but you can do it. Alrighty, take care.